Do you think WCW was nuts for breaking up you and Brian Pillman so soon? I mean, they had the excuse that it was the low Clash of the Champions ratings against Flair and Anderson.
Where did you dig that information up? Because that's really interesting. I didn't want to be a tag team to begin with. We was in Dothan, Alabama at a television taping, and they were just about to start me out as a U.S. champ. And Harley Race, the 8-time world champion, Harley Race was going to be my manager. All of a sudden, Brian Pillman comes up to me, and I didn't really know Brian that much. But I knew him because he was on the roster. And everybody liked Brian. I mean, you can't miss him. He's so loud and over the top and just a great dude. And he goes, "Hey, kid," he goes, "we need to think of a finish. We're a tag team now." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Yeah, go ask Dusty." So I said, "All right, I will go ask Dusty." I go into where Dusty's office is at the Dothan, whatever, Civic Center, whatever it is. I said, "Hey, Dusty," I said, "what's going on?" Brian says, "We're in a tag team." And he goes, "Yeah, baby, that's what we're going to do for you." He goes, "Yeah, baby, that's what we're going to do with you. Put you guys in the tag team." I said, "Hey, I thought I was going to be the U.S. champion. You could put Harley Race with me." He goes, "Yeah, we're going to save that for another time." So all of a sudden, I'm in a tag team with Brian Pillman. And so for a while, he always had his Bengals trunks on, and I used to have those mismatched trunks that wasn't worth a damn. And they put us together, and we didn't have nothing that matched, and we were just, Stunning Steve and Flying Brian. And then Brian came up with the idea that, "You know what, Steve, if we're going to be a tag team, every good tag team's got to have a name." He goes, "I already got it. The Hollywood Blondes." He goes, "It's already been before." He goes, "It's already been done before, but it doesn't matter. It'll be new." And I said, "Okay, whatever."
I loved it. And you guys would do the little camera thing afterwards and everything. I loved it. I was so pissed that I wasn't managed. I didn't get to manage. I thought for sure it would have been perfect for me to manage you guys, and they didn't get to do it. But I mean, I was supposed to manage Shane Douglas in ECW, and I didn't get Shane Douglas. Paulie promised me Shane, and I ended up with Sandman. That's a whole nother story.
But I don't know why they broke us up, because when they broke us up, we started getting over, and we started getting over big time. And then that's when we had everything matching, the black vest, the silver vest, and then they split us up. So to go back to answer that question, I don't know why they did that. We were an interim tag team designed to get people over. All of a sudden, we were getting beat, but then we started getting over. So then we started going over, and they just said, "Hey, piss on those guys. Let's break them up." Nothing made sense, Missy. And I was really upset at that point in my career. The first time I'd really been kind of professionally upset because it was a setback.
Well, I remember talking to you about that, and I remember out there at your house when you lived way out there, out 20 or whatever it was. And I remember telling you, "When does your contract expire? Mine's coming up. Maybe we can all go to WWE as the Hollywood Blondes, all three of us. When does Brian, I remember talking to you about that." So.
And those things, package deals always scare me because, it was a thing, if Brian would get hurt, then, I got to start wrestling as singles, and you're in tag team mode, and you're not going to get a heavy push as a singles because you're considered a tag team guy. And my first year and a half in the business, or 2 years before I got put with Brian, I was a singles wrestler. But once I got into that tag team and we started clicking, that's when, and I already loved tag team wrestling, but I wasn't a good tag team wrestler. When me and Brian clicked, I started learning the facets of teamwork and cheating and manipulating the ref. That opened up a whole nother level for me, and I just fell in love with it. And you could go out there and rock the house, 4 different pieces plus a referee, 5, tear the place down and do half the work because you got a partner